Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is the yearly favorites video. I've been thinking on this for a few days and I finally have a bunch of products which are my favorite of the year. I even have this year a skincare product and a hair care product. That is so unlike me. I have everything that is my favorites on my face today and I'll insert clips as I go through it, but let me just share with you my favorites for the year. Okay, I broke them up into category like primer, bronzer, blush, blah, 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 blah. So I'll just go through them and we'll start with primer. So for primer this year, I actually have two favorites. The Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base has been a favorite for the last, I feel like a year at least. I'm still working on my one can. It's phenomenal stuff. It is super, super, super hydrating as well as like really nourishing. I just feel like it's the perfect base for people who have dry skin. It just really makes the makeup look dewy and flawless. I never have a bad makeup day when I wear this. Makeup sits really well on top of it. It really sinks into the skin in a prep sort of way. It doesn't sit on top of the skin, which I find sometimes with silicone primers. It's expensive though. I think she's worth it. I think she's expensive though, you know what I mean? On the primer category, I could not mention this Saie primer. This is the Glowy Super Gel in the shade Star Glow. I got this little one when I went to Sephora in September, and on my Christmas list I asked for a big size one because I loved it so much. That's why I love going to like places and getting like travel size makeup to test things out, because you find things you love so much. I love this. It isn't as hydrating or nourishing as the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I use this on my face as my primer today. It is a healthy glow. And when I use this in conjunction with like hydrating but sheer foundations, I feel like it gives an even healthier overall luminosity to my skin and like a healthy glow to it. I do think it is pretty hydrating for a primer, and since I'm a dry girl, I do love hydrating things. So I have been really obsessed with this. It's just like really good primer. It smells a little funky. On like a personal level, it smells like plants. And this smells like Pine Sol. So my next favorite is from Bobbi Brown as well. This is the Vitamin Enriched Skin Tint. I have the shade Fair 2. I got this in, I think, August. I did not expect much. I had never tried any Bobbi Brown makeup before this. I somehow got on their PR list. I'm very grateful for that, but it gave me the opportunity to try a lot of their products. And I was hopeful I would like the Vitamin Enriched Skin Tint because I love the face base, and I use these in conjunction with each other all the time, and it really just is like a My Skin but better. It doesn't clog my pores, it doesn't sit heavy on my skin, it really melts into the skin like I mentioned the primer does. And as you can see on my face, it's like, I would say this is a light coverage foundation. It does not cover my pimples, my breakouts, my hyperpigmentation really, but it does look like skin. And this year I've really been enjoying not super full coverage or even medium coverage makeup, which is different from years previous. I also do think the shade finder on their website, because I use it, is really, really accurate. This is like my perfect shade. It's really good. I don't have a concealer this year because the concealer I have been using I got for free from Ulta for being a Diamond member last year, and it is a brand I no longer support. I refuse to throw out products from brands I don't support anymore. I'd rather just use them because that's so wasteful to throw out from brands you don't support. If you already have the makeup, just like don't go out and support brands and buy more stuff if you have problems with them. Like I have an issue with Rare Beauty. I'll never buy a Rare Beauty product. I actually never did, but I got a lot of them from Sephora. I'm going to use the makeup because it's so wasteful in a world so full of waste to just not use the product. But I choose to not give this concealer a platform. So that's my thinking there. No concealer this year. I'm almost done with it, so I'll hopefully have a concealer for next year. For bronzer this year, I knew this one was gonna hit. I knew this one was gonna hit when it launched. This is from Persona Cosmetics, and as you guys know, I have been obsessed with the brand since it launched, and I have pretty much all of their products, and I think they're all phenomenal. As a brand as a whole, Persona is my favorite brand. So they came out with Dream Sticks last year, and I think I had talked about Dune being my favorite last year. I should watch the video. But they came out with the shade Mojave in this bronzer, and it is the perfect bronzer for fair skin. The Dune was okay, but it did pull a little warm, and on my super fair skin tone, it made me look orange sometimes. I had to be really careful with how much product I used. And I have Mojave on now, and it is more neutral than Dune. It is also lighter than Dune, so I feel like it only works for fair to light skin. but it is the perfect neutral bronzer. I have a neutral undertone to my skin, so it works super well with my skin. I think it just looks really natural. It is pigmented, but it sheers out really well and blends out really well. I love this product, and I have not been able to stop picking it up since I ordered it, I think also in August. August was a big month for me, I guess, for makeup. For blush, I thought long and hard about what my blush favorite is for this year. And like, I have a lot of Nude blushes, so I use them, but I realize they're not my favorite. And I have a lot of Persona Dreamstick blushes, and they're good, but I haven't found a shade that's like my favorite. And my friend got married this year, and she asked me to do her wedding makeup, and this blush is just so good. It's another Bobbi Brown product, and if you told me that 3 Bobbi Brown products are going to be in my favorites video, I would have called you a liar. But they do make really good makeup. So from blush this year is the Bobbi Brown Pot Rouge Lip and Cheeks in the shade Powder Pink. It is this really, really pretty pink. I have it on my cheeks today. I use this on my friend who has a medium skin tone, and it's like the perfect, she doesn't love a lot of makeup, so it was like the perfect minimal flush on her skin. I've used this on Elise, I use this on myself. I love the way you can apply it with a brush, with a finger. It blends out super, super well. It does have some luminosity to it because it is a cream product. It looks really nice, and I think it looks like, out of all my blushes, this looks the most natural when I wear it. Like, it doesn't look like I'm wearing a blush. Another blush I've been loving is a surprise to me. This is the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek in Work, and she doesn't look very much like anything, but I love how sheer she is. Like, I get, again, melting into skin, looking like skin. This is pigmented on the finger, and then you blend it out, and it just like highlights the already blush on your skin. It's really, really, really beautiful. I don't feel like you can overdo this blush, or you have to try really hard to overdo this blush. And it's my first time trying a Milk Makeup blush, and they're really good. I feel like they're really, really tiny for the price, and I know a lot of people have been saying this. Last time I got a Milk Makeup bronzer, it was like, she was thick, and now they're all this size, so shrinkflation is real. For highlighters, I could not just pick one. I feel like I have to mention, for like probably the 3rd year in a row, my Nabla Cosmetics Skin Glazing in the shade Ozone. My friend Mariam also has a skin glazing. She has a different shade than me, and she also loves it. It is like the perfect, because it could be metallic if you want, you could really build it up, but it could be really kind of natural. We're just also, her and I are obsessed with how this like doesn't sit on top of skin. I think my makeup this year has been very like melt into skin, skin-like. And I haven't been wearing makeup a lot this year because it has been the first year since my mom died, and so I've had a lot of figuring things out, and I haven't wanted to wear makeup, and I'm trying to change that for the next year. So when I do wear makeup, I wanted it to look like myself. Like, in a year where I didn't know who I was, it was really important for me to find makeup that made me feel like myself. So I've been really loving this highlighter. It's phenomenal. Nala is a very underrated brand. I love their stuff. And now I have a new love. This is from KJH brand, which launched, I want to say September. And this is her highlighter in the shade Light Pink. I bought the whole highlighter kit, which came with the serum, a brush, and this. And I used it with the serum, and I think I did it wrong or something, because I felt like when I used this, you put a little serum in this, switch it around with the brush, and you apply it. I felt like it moved around my makeup a little bit, and I didn't love that. And so I decided to try it on just the pot itself. And I love just the pot itself. This is the highlighter on my face today. Much like the Nabla highlighter, this one can be built up or could be sheared out. It just depends on how much you put on your finger. I have it pretty intense on my cheek today because I felt like going all out today. So yeah, it's really, really good. This right now though, like the caveat to if you wanted to purchase this, it only comes in a bundle. She is working on getting it individually. So if you purchase this, it is expensive because it is a bundle, and you do get the serum and the brush. I do like the brush though. It's a really good concealer brush. Brows is next. This e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil has been my favorite for the last few years. I don't think I'll ever use another one. I had been using the Benefit pencil, the Precisely My Brow Pencil, and it's expensive, and it was a little too pigmented for me. And also the undertone wasn't quite right. And so on a whim, I tried this one from e.l.f. and I have the shade Neutral Brown, right? Or did I rip the shade off of this? No, I have the shade Neutral Brown, and it is a perfect fit for my brows. I love how pigmented it is, how waxy it is. The staying power on this is great. It's $6. How could I ever go to a different brow product when I know perfection is $6. For brow gel this year though, there is a change. There's a change. I've been a ColourPop Brow Boss brow gel girly for years and years because it's $6 and it's a good brow gel. I went to Sephora and in my gratis bag was this boy. This is from Patrick Ta and this is the Major Brow Lamination Gel. And I love this stuff. Ugh. This is like the Benefit brow gel, that 24-hour brow setter that everyone loves, except it's not crunchy. It doesn't feel like my brows are like super glued to my face. It does give it a little give, but it keeps your brows set. It's incredible stuff. I gave a tester to my roommate and she also was like, this is some bomb brow gel. And it lives up to the hype. I know a lot of people love Patrick Ta blushes and I'm sure they're also great. But this is like, again, I'm a little upset because this is more expensive than my $6 brow gel, but she's phenomenal. I never have a bad brow day with this brow gel. For lashes this year, I don't have this one on my face right now because I'm trying to go through one mascara at a time. But my favorite this year is the About Face 1994 Volumizing Mascara in the shade Black. This is a good deal on its own. I think it's $14 normally, but they're always having sales. And I got this one for half off on an Ulta Cosmetics sale and I tried it not expecting much and I loved it. I loved it. When I went to Sephora, I was wearing it and people were commenting on my lashes all day. What is so incredible about this mascara is because a lot of mascaras for me are volumizing, a lot of them are lengthening, a lot of them do a lot for my lashes, but a lot of them smudge throughout the day and a lot of them flake on my face throughout the day and I hate having a good day and going into the mirror in the bathroom and seeing smudge. And I set my under eyes. I don't like bake them, but I set them. So I have been looking for mascara that doesn't smudge, that doesn't really flake. And this boy, she's it. When I went to Puerto Rico this year, I wore this mascara and I wasn't wearing foundation, I wasn't wearing powder. I did have like SPF. It didn't flake and it barely smudged. And I mean, it was like 110-degree weather and I was walking miles a day because I decided like, why take transit when you could just walk? I'm a walker. And let me tell you, she stood up to hours and hours and hours and hours outside in the hot, sweaty weather where I am sweating. And I was so impressed. It also is lengthening, volumizing. It's almost waterproof, I would say, but it's not waterproof because it is difficult to get off your lashes at the end of the day, but it's not impossible. Like use a balm, you use like a cleanser, she comes off, but you can cry and it won't come off. Like it's very, very, you can live life in this mascara and not be afraid of the consequences. Oh, I don't usually do powder, but I'm gonna do powder. This whole last year I've been using the Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder Veil. I got this travel size when I did my big Ulta haul before the new year last year and I used all of my points. And I have a large size Laura Mercier setting powder, which I still love. And I don't know if I love that one more. I haven't really been using it. But I got this travel size one to try it and I still haven't used all of this. Like there's still so much product in here. So I don't think I'll ever buy a full size setting powder again because I'm dry skin. I don't like, you know, I don't really like, you know, set my face like that or anything. She's good. She doesn't dry me out. She sets things that need to be set. Doesn't cake up, looks great. For eyeshadow this year, it should be no guess, but it is the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 5 palette. I have it on my eyes today. Look at this. Stunning. I love this palette. I love how these are like toppers. These are just beautiful. And this is like essentially like flakes. Like her chrome flakes, but in pressed powder form. And then these are kind of more black based, but they're all duochrome, they're all chromatic. And they're all really beautiful and I feel really beautiful wearing them. They're pigmented. You can blend them out, you can use them as liner if you put some like mixing liquid into them. Just a really versatile, really good palette. And I love color. And I feel like in the beauty industry and also like in the fashion industry, like I love color as I'm wearing gray, but I feel like I've seen like neutrals being like the thing and I do miss color. Like I just miss color, I miss fun makeup and it's really like inspired me to do fun, colorful makeup. So this is good and it's still available and they are limited edition and she does not bring these back. So, all right, we're almost done because of course this is gonna be the biggest category for me. We got lips. Lip liner, same as last year, Makeup Forever Endless Cacao, so good. I don't feel like I need to say anything else. I wear it with every single lipstick I own except red lipsticks. I need a little something deeper for that, but this is, I've also worn this as an eyeliner and like smudged it out this year. She's versatile, she's great, I love her. For lips, if you want, I have sheer lips and then like don't move lips. On my lips right now, this is from YSL, this is the Rouge Volupte Shine in the shade, I don't know. Why doesn't it have a shade number here? 44? I think shade 44. It's this one. They smell luxe and it is like a sheer or pink. It goes on so smooth. Smells great and it looks great. I used Endless Cacao underneath it. I just like lined the outside and then I filled it in with this. It doesn't overtake the Endless Cacao because it is like a sheer formula, but it just highlights and enhances it. It looks so nourished, like my lips feel nourished and feel dry. A more affordable version of that is from Urban Decay. I have Local, and this is a sheer mauve. Urban Decay's lipsticks, I have said this many times and I still say this to the day, are my favorite lipstick formula out there. They're phenomenal. The matte ones, they're not too matte, they don't dry out lips. Comfort mattes are really good. The sheers are really good, the creams are really good. I love their formula. I love all their formula. I own the most lips from Urban Decay and I have to stop myself every time they go on sale from buying another one. And then we got two NARS products and I love them both for the same reason, so I'm going to explain myself. This is the Power Matte Lip Pigment, this is the Power Matte Lipstick. Okay, I love this shade. This is Mogador and I love this formula. I also do like this shade. This is Somebody to Love. The staying power on these are crazy. I wore Mogador when I went to Sephora the second day, well the only day it happened, and it lasted the whole time. The train ride back, I ate when I got home because I was so hungry and I still had lipstick on my lips after. Like, this shit does not budge. It is a hair dry, like you can feel that your lips are like thirsty for moisture after about 4 hours, but it's good. It's good. The Power Matte Lip Pigment I also love. The same kind of staying power, if not a longer staying power than lipstick, because this is like a liquid lipstick. This is so opaque. You really only need a little bit of this stuff. I wore a red shade of this to a gala and it must have lasted like 8 to 10 hours. It was crazy and I was eating like with salad dressing and like greasy stuff. It was good. It was so good. These are phenomenal. NARS makeup is expensive, but I'm finding that like some makeup is worth the price tag and NARS is worth the price tag. Okay, and then my two random things. My hair product is from Ceremonia. This is the Guava Rescue Spray. I have been loving this. I've been trying, and I will continue to try, to get into hair this year, and I've learned how to blow out my hair. This is the second day from blowing into like a root lifter. I learned how to blow out my hair, and this is good. It's a heat protectant. It's like a leave-in conditioner, and it makes my hair look so shiny, so voluminous, so beautiful. It's so good, and it really protects my hair because I got a crimper this year and I got a like a blowout brush, and sometimes after I use heat my hair can smell like heat. Now when I use this bad boy, I do have to use this one on damp hair though, so it's only when I'm going to do a blowout. Other than that, I have to use a different heat protectant, but it's really good. It's really good. And a face oil, this is my skincare product I have this year. This is from Trader Joe's, and this is the Marula face oil. It is $6, and I used to use the Tarte Maracuja oil, but I do not support the brand Tarte anymore. And so I was looking for a replacement because, as you guys know from my backups, like I bulk buy when I know I'm gonna like something, so I haven't supported Tarte in like 2 years or longer, and I just had backups of their oil. So I finally ran out, and I was like, I need to find a face oil to wear at night, and lo and behold, Trader Joe's Marula oil works so well. I would say even better than the Tarte Maracuja oil. It's so good. My face is like moisturized in the morning. I still have oil left over on my face. You know, you can feel like it's really still there. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And it's $6. I love a good deal. Trader Joe's. That is my favorites for this year. Can't believe this year is over. Really can't. A lot of growth has happened this year. And I really feel like finally I am getting to a good place. It has been a really tough year. I've lost a lot of people this year. I've had a lot of family members pass this year. And it's been difficult, and like days are going to be difficult forever, but I really feel like I am learning what I want in my life. I'm in a place, like I'm in a space, like my room, my apartment, where I feel comfortable. Since the first time since my mom died that I felt comfortable somewhere has felt like home. I'm building friendships and I'm getting rid of friendships that don't serve me any longer, and I'm learning to be okay with feeling guilty for letting people go and putting myself first, and learning that it's okay to put myself first. So yeah, 2024, I do plan on doing way more makeup. I plan on doing way more history TikToks, and I plan on writing a whole lot more and just like doing what makes me feel good. And I have good things to look forward to in 2024. I do have a reading of the first play I ever wrote next month, and I'm really excited about that. And yeah, thank you guys for this whole year. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me like babble. Thank you for everything. I hope you guys have the most wonderful new year, and I hope it brings everything that you've ever wanted. Bye guys.